What is good, YouTubes? It's your boy Ray, and this is the Everyday City Carry. Tonight, I've got a special guest. We got Brews and Blades. We got SD himself, Slicey Dicey. How's it going, my friend?
It's going pretty well. How you doing, man?
Good, good. Thanks for doing it, man. It is a huge
No
favor to
problem.
me.
You got the
Cheers to you.
Got the new specs?
Yes, $550 down the fucking drain. I'd rather be blind.
Yeah, mine were. When you get older, it just gets more expensive.
Shit.
I had to have the progressive lenses and all that crap. I think mine were $650, something like that.
Damn.
My lady bought them.
What's progressive lenses? Is that like woke? Lenses are woke?
They're bifocals, but there's no lines. Yeah, they're woke. Yeah, they don't see color.
They have green hair. They type a lot on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my first time like going to an eye doctor person. I had to tell them like, yeah, I wore contacts once, but it was like for style. Like in high school, I would have like green eyes and shit.
Of course you did.
Yeah, so I haven't worn contacts in a while, and they said my eyes were good. They just just degradation of the vision.
Yeah.
And
I was all contacts, and then I was told I needed bifocals, and I swore at the guy and didn't get them. And then I was just doing the bifocals and reading glasses.
Mm-hmm.
But I went from like the lowest prescription to like really high ones very, very quickly. So I went in and finally said, all right, fine. Because I play tennis, so like the bifocal contacts don't work. You throw a ball up and you just lose it.
Oh shit.
So I have contacts still that are just that aren't bifocal that I wear when I'm doing sportsy stuff. But man, having glasses full time again, I haven't had them for a long time. You realize how disgusting you are. Have you noticed that? Like all the gross crap that comes off your face that winds up on your glasses.
So I don't ever take them off until like I'm going to bed. That's what the doctor told me to do. But like definitely when I put them away, and I woke up this morning because I didn't wipe them down when I put them away, right? I woke up and I was like, damn, this shit's like gunky. And I just grabbed like a Civivi wiping cloth.
They're the best eyeglass cloths of all the knife industry are Civivi ones. They're the best.
We have so many of them, right?
Yeah. I think everybody does, and they're the best.
Yeah.
But I actually just ordered on Amazon one of those ultrasonic jewelry cleaners.
Oh shit!
And they're meant for like glasses because I have clear frames, so it's even worse. It's just like, oh my god, they look so gross.
Damn. Well, what's the difference? Like, don't I have clear frames? Because it's like
the frames are clear.
Oh, the frames! I got.
Like you can see every little that's crammed in the edge. It's disgusting.
Why did you go for the clear ones then?
Because it looks, and I like the look of them. And I didn't think about it because I hadn't worn glasses. The last time I wore glasses, I wasn't decaying. So I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
But now that I'm a decaying old man, they're disgusting. That and like taking close-up pictures of watches for Instagram will show you how gross you are.
Why? Oh,
because you see the same thing. You see like every little flake of skin and crap that's come off of you.
Yep.
That's on the watch.
For me, it's like when I'm taking a picture of a knife or something, and sometimes like I just fucking keep the picture. So I'll be taking a picture doing like a macro shot or something, and there's just like cat hair all over it.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, man. And the shot is so good, I don't want to do it again. I just leave it and post it on Instagram.
What compressed air is for. That's what every shot I have. One in my office, and then I have one down by my light box downstairs that everything I just have to blow it off. And you still miss some. I make frequent use of that heal tool on the Photoshop Express.
I don't even use Photoshop, man. I use like Lightroom because I do everything on mobile. And then I use
Photoshop Express on the mobile. Yeah.
I'm so stupid. So like I looked for channels on YouTube that like give you their settings for certain presets, right? In Lightroom. So what I do is I just like took a bunch that I like, I saved them, and I literally just copy and paste it onto a new picture, and I just adjust it. I don't really know what to do. I don't know shit.
I should do that. That sounds better than what I do. I just hit the little magic thing, and then I adjust it from there. And I'll blur out, if there's a speck of something on something. I'll try.
Yeah, I don't even do that. I don't do that. I should, right? Fuck, man. I feel like
I don't think in the knife world people give a shit, but on the watch world, yeah, people really like.
See,
you'll get comments saying, "Oh, your watch is dirty," and yeah, I wear it.
Yeah,
dirty.
There's like, there. I mean, with Peter McKinnon, like making his Pete's Pirate Life page and getting basically saying that he's an EDC guy. It released a whole new breed of like Instagram EDC like photographers, and you're seeing all these like really nice pictures of knives and EDC.
Yeah, I know. And I bought a light box and everything, and my stuff, like my quality went up. My quality of photos on Instagram like doubled.
Yeah,
and it still sucks.
I feel the same way. I look
just have like standard poses, and it's like whatever.
I had a guy, Erling EDC, on here, and he, I met him through TikTok, but his Instagram page is like really sick, right? And he was like talking about like, I read books and shit to like learn how to do flat lay and all this stuff, and I was like, man, I'm not willing to do all that. You know what I mean? Exactly. I just wanted to be as fast as possible. That's why when I was shopping for a camera, I went for Canon because it has like the best like autofocus in the business. And I'm a
Canon guy as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want it to, do the thing. And if I go, close, like it'll be focused, and I don't want to worry about shit. So that's where I'm at with it.
My wife is a photographer.
Shit.
It's not her day job currently, but it was. And she does a lot of like art photography and stuff. She did a really cool show that was pictures of old cameras, but it was all macro photography, and they're like huge. They're like 36 by 36. Like we have 2 of them in the house, and she sold the rest of them. Like it was a very successful like show. So she knows a lot. And then she bonded with my father because he was a photographer. And they both said they were photographers. And the first question that my father asked her, and it was a serious question, he was like, "You Nikon or Canon?" She was like, "I'm Canon." He was like, "All right, you can."
Nice. Dude, are you wearing like that Casio?
Yeah, I wore it because I convinced you to buy one. I have
mine in my room.
I put it on today because I convinced you to buy one.
I love it, by the way.
The best. I love this thing, and
I love it.
You know what? How much was this? What are they like?
It was like 30? Less than $30. I want to say like 29.
I just spent $39 on a strap for it that stuck. It's coming out of Singapore and it's taken forever. But I spent $39 more than the watch for a leather strap because it's cut right.
Yeah.
And I saw a video on YouTube. Some guy got it and it looked amazing.
Wow.
And I was like, I have to have that.
Yeah.
And it just makes it look. I'll wear the snot out of it when I get a leather strap for it because it looks classy. A lot of guys take like Goo Gone and get rid of some of the writing on it. But I kind of like the writing all over it. It looks 80s and ridiculous, and I kind of like it.
Yes, it's like very retro. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not trying too hard. This is just like a thing, and then people see it. It's a striking watch, despite it being so.
It's got a lot going on, and I actually use the world time function on it because I have friends, all over the world, and it's got those few that you can just click through like the 4 time zones.
You got to call Hans and Franz in Germany and shit.
Yeah, I have friends in Germany. I have friends in Japan, and I have friends in Hawaii, friends in Australia. So luckily, the Tokyo time zone covers both my friends in Australia and my friends in Tokyo. It's the same time zone.
But Philippines, I think.
I use it.
Anyone there, man? I think it's 12 hours.
Backlight at night when you're sleeping.
Oh, it's great.
So I love it. I think the Casio World Timer or the Casio Royale.
Yeah.
Do you know why they call it the Casio Royale?
Like the Royale with cheese?
No, the first Bond movie with Roger Moore, the best James Bond in my opinion. He had a Seiko watch that looked a lot like this, and Casio very much intentionally tried to make a watch that looked kind of like that Seiko that was in the Bond movie. So that's why they call it the Casio Royale, because it looks like a Bond watch, but it really isn't.
Casio Royale, huh?
Yeah, it comes in like you can get one for like $20, the black one with the resin strap. They're awesome watches.
Let's look at some right now real quick before
I'm definitely not a watch snob. Like, I have some expensive watches, but I like
which one is it here?
They're just fun. Yeah, so
it's this one.
I almost just pointed at my screen to point to the one we have, which doesn't do any good.
Yeah, this is the one that we had, the World Timer, right?
Yeah, mine's the gray one. Is yours the black, or is it the gray?
I have the gray one. I have the gray one.
Because you can get it
sick even in pictures, dude.
Metal bracelet with a black face, gray face. Highly recommend these to anyone. First watch, if you want to get like a just decent, cool watch. Any watch that's the strap.
Why is it red, bro? And blue.
Oh, because somebody modded it. People modify them all the time.
Oh, that's crazy.
There's a crazy mod community for them.
Damn. All right, I got to get off this watch.
If you just don't want to spend, if you're like an EDC guy, you want to have a cool watch that all your friends with expensive watches will still think is cool, get a Casio World Time. Everybody thinks they're awesome.
Wow.
Like, and they're $30, and you could walk into like guys wearing $50,000 watches, they would still think it's cool.
Damn. Yeah, I like it, man. I definitely like it. I have some segments here for you. Yeah, so I've been doing.
No, we're just rambling like jackasses. I
love that. But I've been told by Neves Knives to try to do some knife stuff to keep some of the knife people in, and then just have guests that you want to talk to. So I have a segment called Sharp or Dull.
Okay.
And I like it because if I have like video game people on, I can show them video games and they can say Sharp or Dull, or if knife people are on, we can do that. And we're going to start right here. Let me see.
I love to sit in judgment. It's one of my favorite
things. Here we go. So this is the G10 Wii kite fin. Sharp or Dull on that?
Love the kite fin. Hate that version of
it. How come? So
I just don't like the texture look of it, and I don't like the lines.
Yeah, the kite fin seemed classier. The
carbon kite fins are awesome. And it's going to cut great. It's going to have great action. It's going to be good, but no, not that version. I would get one of the other ones. Is it cheaper than the other one?
I think I have the little thing here. It says 140, 139.95, G10 S35VN, black coated titanium frame lock with G10.
I don't remember what the carbon one costs.
I don't remember either. I want to say it's more expensive, right?
No, it was the carbon one was at least that expensive.
Huh? Yeah, the pattern looks different. Right? It's like,
I don't remember them doing. I didn't know they even did a G10 one of it. I thought it was just the carbon.
I mean, the kite fin though, like the pattern of it seems like it was this pattern and not this one. Am I wrong on this? Because this looks really busy here.
Totally different. Yeah, that's what I don't like about it.
Yeah,
it's that multi-layer G10, and I don't know, it just doesn't fit.
All right, we're going dull on that one.
Kite fin carbon. Hold on, I want to see if it's more because that might matter.
You want to look at the
no, the carbon one's only 160. Yeah, I get the carbon one. Bin it.
All right, so we're gonna go dull on that. We'll go to the next, okay? The next one here, new Ferrum Forge collab on the way with Civivi. I forgot what it's even called.
Is that the double detent one?
I'm gonna double check for you right now on this page. I saw this on Knife News, and see, here's how I feel about like Civivis sometimes is I'm just like, it's the same thing. It's just the same thing, man.
They could stop for a while.
Yeah, it's the same. It is the Stylum, and I'm reading this 2.86 inches in the blade length. I'm trying to look for it's 10CR 15 MOV.
So I believe this is a double detent, which slip joint thingy.
It's a front flipper.
Yeah, I think it's a double detent slip joint.
You know what? Maybe I misjudged it. It is a double detent style slip joint mechanism.
Yeah, no, I don't like those. I've never had one I was satisfied with. I've never had one I felt like. I take it back. I've had one or two,
Not even the what was the Monterey Bay knives one? The EWC or some shit. Which one is the?
Did I have one of those? Maybe that was one of them that I was all right with.
I like that one. But the small Archeo or the Archeo from
I never had that. I never got that one.
From Artisan Cutlery, the double detent one. I wasn't that much of a fan of it. It was okay.
Never got that one. Is that the one that had the pin in it?
Yes. Shout out to Bill and Mallory. I love you, bud. But
right, I mean, from the factory, they weren't confident in it actually not closing on your hands. So why should you be? No, I mean, I don't. I'd have to. There's a chance that Civivi, they're really good with actions. There's a good chance that it would be one of those double detents that I like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate the look of it.
Yeah,
I would have to handle one, but I'm gonna assume it would be dull.
It looks like, yeah. I mean, it looks like that scent cut thing that they just released a little while ago.
Yeah, I love that. The scepter is great. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's the same. Like it's just double detent. Like I don't.
Some of it is design language, which I get that, and I totally understand a company having a design language. It's very important to whether it's cars like Audis, they all look like Audis. You glance at it, it's an Audi. I don't think that's a bad thing, but they just do so many models. So that's kind of my issue with Suzuki. Isn't it that they all look kind of the same? I don't think that's a bad thing at all. It's just that there's a lot. And you can kind of get a sense of which ones are going to be around for a while and which ones aren't,
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that.
You can look and be like, all right, because some of them they just make for a year and they get rid of them, and that's fine. But if you're doing what we do, or you're just a real knife nerd, you can take a look at one of them and be like, I don't think that one was meant to stand the test of time. It was just put a few out and see what happens. And then, this one's a Ferrum Forge, so maybe, good, but it's not a Ferrum Forge. It's a Civivi by Ferrum Forge, right?
Yeah, it's like a collab. Everybody collabing. Yeah. We're going dull on that. Okay, got it. I'm going
to say dull on it, but I prepare to be my mind changed when I get it.
It's like, please surprise us, right?
Yeah. If the detent's perfect, then good.
Okay, so I know we talked about this in the Knife YouTube Elites chat a little bit. We Knives new lineup.
Oh yeah.
We're going sharp or dull on this?
I think actually sharp on the one. Everybody was saying it looks like a feldspar.
Yeah, the feldspar.
Yeah, kinda. But if
this one, I thought it was a feldspar, but now that I zoomed in a little bit, I kind of see.
I don't think it is. And you know what? If it's a fancier feldspar, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's a Wii though, bro.
Yeah,
it's a Wii. I'm
all right.
You going sharp with that?
Yeah.
How about
that looks pretty cool.
Here on the side?
It looks like the ergos would be excellent on it.
On this, yes,
which definitely. I care a lot about that. So
it definitely
sensitive little.
How about let's side note a little bit. JG10, sharp or dull?
Dull. I hate JG10. My favorite thing about JG10 is how easy it is to dye into other colors.
Yes.
That's the only thing I like about JG. Anytime I get a knife with JG10, it is a different color by the end of the day.
Yeah.
When it comes out of my mailbox.
I do not like the way JG10 looks. I just don't, man. I do not, I don't.
I think it's just gross. And it gets gross quick too. If you carry it and use it, it gets stained and
yeah. I've never tried to dye it. How does it smell when you boil the dye and all that shit? What happens?
I don't know. I put a little bit of I followed the directions on the thing, and LTK actually had a video about it. Love Them Knives, and he has a great tutorial video about how to dye G10. He said put a little bit of dish soap in there, so it just smells like dish soap to me. It just smells like boiling dish soap.
Ah, that's a good tip.
I just put a couple little drops of dish soap in it, and it does make it soak in better somehow.
I wonder if it'll fuck my cats up.
My cats are all right. I mean, they're obnoxious, but other than that, dude. One is lovingly obnoxious, and one is just obnoxious.
The one that likes me is a total asshole, all day. But when we go to bed, he'll come and he'll sleep next to me. He'll do all this stuff. He push my girl away, just to have me to himself.
My boy cat does the same thing. He did.
But like during the
he's all
day,
about me when we go to sleep.
during
He's
the
all
day,
about me when we go to sleep.
forget it, dude. Forget it. He doesn't want to have to do with anybody unless you give him
Oh
treats.
no, mine follows us around everywhere we go. He greets us at the door like a dog.
That's adorable. Yeah, he does that. He does that, but once you get in, it's kind of like, are you gonna give me treats? Like, don't touch me. Like, he's
and
like
the
that.
other one's just kind of like she's starting to finally pay attention to us, but
Mhm.
all she cared about was my daughter, and that was it. And now she's starting to realize, like, oh yeah, I guess people are okay, and she's kind of coming around a little bit, but she doesn't cause any damage, doesn't do any.
Mhm.
Like, she's
How
fine.
old? How old?
Oh, they're both pretty young now. My boy is 4, and the other one's 3.
The asshole is 9. Not my
Mhm.
asshole, my cat. He's 9, and we have a younger one that's like 2 years old.
Yeah.
But yeah, the younger one is like just fucking shit up, but we can't like leave him roaming the apartment. We like put him in the bathroom when we leave. Like, it's too crazy. Yeah. All right, we'll go to the next one here. Best
No,
playlist.
no, no,
Damn,
no.
strong opinion on that one.
I went. Well, this came up on our little group thing, and who
Mhm.
was it who was trying to? Was it Levon?
I don't know. I had one sent to me to check out, and I did like the fit and finish on it, but I didn't have
Oh
use
yeah.
for it personally. I'm not gonna carry that. You know
No,
what I mean?
no, yeah,
Yeah.
no.
You're gonna go dull on it.
Oh, very,
I
very.
mean,
Yeah.
you're not a push dagger guy anyway, right? I mean,
No, and it's just no. I just don't.
I just didn't know what it was for. Like, is it for self-defense? But
Yeah,
it's
I
like
guess.
200
Yeah.
something bucks. It's like titanium with marbled carbon fiber on it. And it was definitely made well, and it looked cool, and it functioned well, like the action. Ergos
I'm
are pretty
sure
good
it
for me,
did.
but it's like, am I gonna, enamor the attacker or some shit? Like, what am I doing
Who
with it?
actually is marketing that? It's not
Uh,
we, right?
no, it's Best Tech.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best cycle.
Yeah, it's a Ostap Hell design. Um, yeah, it's weird. It's a weird one because it's like,
And and Ostap Health stuff's usually
love
extremely
Ostap Hell.
conservative
This is,
and excellent.
yeah. I'm not sure what he was trying to go for. But yeah, it's definitely a push dagger, a folding push dagger. I just don't know. I don't, it's definitely not for me, but a ton of people showed interest in it when I showed it, on TikTok, even people that don't know about knives, and on Instagram, like knife people were like, "Oh, that's
Well,
sick."
yeah, the
I'm like,
MTech sells a lot of Mulligan knives.
all right, we're going dull on the Strelitz.
Absolutely.
Okay. This is the last one here. We're gonna do QSP. This is the is this the penguin? This is the penguin,
The
right?
fancy penguins, right?
Yeah, the fancy penguins.
Oh,
Cracker
absolutely.
Bell.
Those are great knives.
I love the penguins, man.
Sharp on those for sure.
Nice. Have you tried one of these? You did,
Yeah,
right?
I
Did you have a
had a
copper?
no, it was my Carta one, but I don't remember what the steel on it was.
Yeah, it's is
Whether
it
it was a
still,
D2 or an S35. It was a while back.
are they on bearings now, or
I think it was.
because they were like on, were they on
I
washers
don't remember.
before? I know that they were like really inexpensive and like they
No,
function.
it's the Parrot that's on washers, I think.
Wait,
The really cheap.
the penguin, the original. I'm gonna fucking look this up, dude. We have internet now. Like, what am I doing?
We have all the world's knowledge.
I know, right? QSP penguin. Let's see what we're working with here. So the first one, man, Blade HQ. You know what? You know what I like about Knife Center, better than Blade HQ is when they do the specs, they tell you like if it's on bearings or not, like right
Oh,
away.
did they? I hadn't noticed that.
Yeah, so when you go to Knife Center, I'm gonna look it up right now. Actually, that way we can fucking talk about this. People aren't getting mad. Like, what are you talking about? It's on bearings.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know everything.
You don't want to upset they.
Pivot assembly copper washers for the original.
Ah.
So interesting. And do they have the new ones here? They don't have the new ones on yet. So we're going sharp on these. I do like them. I definitely want to check one out. QSP, hit up your boy. I have another segment I like to call verses, where I show you 2 knives or 2 things, and you have to choose one. And here we go. So you're wearing a CRK hat today, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't have to be this model Sebenza 21. It could be any blade shape. Sebenza 21 versus the XM18.
XM18. You can
All day?
modify it and make it your own. And they're both great knives, but yeah.
How close is it? Is it close at all?
Yeah, I did it. I did the video on it. So I hope I'm not contradicting myself.
The battle
from my own video. I mean, the XM18 is a bit more tactical, so some people aren't going to like that. It's a bit more gymtastic and whatnot. But for me, I don't know what I said in the video. When I do the video, that's not necessarily what I would choose. It's what I think is best for most people.
Yeah.
I would say XM18 because you can customize them and all that stuff.
I would say Hinderer as well, man. If I had a choice, I've gotten to try both now. You sent me the Skinny Skinner, which was awesome. And I definitely I just feel like Hinderers are more fun, man. I'm not a very big tactical knife kind of dude, but
they're not he didn't design them to be exactly purely tactical. They're designed for first responder people. So
yeah,
they're designed to be used with gloves and whatnot. So that does lend itself to tactically, but
so like low drag, like what does Shabazz say? Like
high speed, low drag.
Yeah,
high speed, low drag. I can't do a Nick Shabazz impression.
Oh my god,
so many impressions, and I can't do him.
Oh man! All right, so I have one more here, and I've never done this before, and this may be difficult because this is two of our friends here. Okay.
Oh.
All right. So this is the first verses I'm going to do. That's not a knife, right? So we're going to go down.
Oh no.
This is, so when I did this, I didn't know who I would choose either. But
this is not based on their
this is not based on who's better or who we love more. We love both of these guys, but
just their content.
Yeah, so let's say
it's not who's the better friend.
Your entire family is taken hostage. You have to choose one to watch, or else they're gonna die. You have to choose only one of them. Who's it gonna be? It's so hard, bro.
Fuck you.
I know, man. I couldn't make it easy the whole time. Look at the pictures too. It's like amazing. The ones that I think.
I guess, God, I don't even know. I guess I'm gonna say Pete because I like the characters and stuff.
That's great, Uncle Randy with a bread mustache.
Bricky.
Yeah, Bricky.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Pete because I like the characters. Because sometimes you forget it's even a knife video.
Yeah, I mean he's knife entertainment all the way. Actually now.
But there's crossover, so if you're picking Pete, you're still kind of picking Mark because he's in some of them.
Mm-hmm. And vice versa.
Yeah. So
it's a very hard choice for me, but I thought about it right now. I'd probably go AKB because I'm more of a cinematic snob than a steel snob. Yeah. But they both do cool stuff. They do sketches.
Yeah.
But I've always said this, you know what I mean? And I actually said this on a recent podcast with Neves Knives, is I feel like AKB should be bigger than Best Damn EDC. I feel like he has.
Cinematically,
you know what I mean?
he is
and script building and all that stuff. I'm this guy should just, you know what I mean? But he's just I
think I'm saying Cedric and Ada because, like I said, I wrote for TV a fair bit, and it's just I appreciate this. I appreciate the character developments and stuff, and then he hides a little story arcs.
Remember when he was putting ghosts in his videos to see if people would notice?
Yeah.
And he told us beforehand, he's like, "Look, I'm just gonna put ghosts in all my videos."
and then he did that thing recently with that big stupid poncho thing, that big fuzzy poncho with the giant pocket in the front of it.
yeah, I think I've seen that one.
And he was doing combat rolls and that stupid thing and stuff. And
he's funny, man.
He made me laugh. One of the hardest times I've laughed about anything watching it on a screen was a while ago. He did that video about using that 4-pound splitting ball as an EDC versus versus the new Spidey chef that Knife Joy did. Like, which one's a better EDC?
Oh my God.
Like a 4-pound splitting maul or a Spidey chef? And there's this one little clip. He's wearing that stupid poncho thing.
Yeah.
And he has the splitting maul on his hip, and he's just running away from the camera, and he trips on the handles going between his legs as he's running, and he trips like twice, and he just left it in. And just those 2 trips were the funniest thing. I laughed so hard.
All right, so you're gonna go.
I'm gonna
educate on this.
I'm so sorry, Mark.
That's great.
But it's a really tough decision. I just
they
like
don't
the
watch
characters
my podcast.
better.
It's all good.
But you're gonna post the clip in the group, and they're all gonna know.
I might though. I might, because I like to show the guys like what I'm doing. I'm doing all this kooky stuff, and I do think these segments are gonna be fun. I'm gonna keep expanding on these, and shit, if I didn't have a job, dude, I'd make killer podcasts, man. I'd just do segments and write stuff all day, but I have to do this like the day of usually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do have, what's crazy is I have more fan questions for you than I did for Nick Shabazz. I have a ton of questions.
Wow, that's amazing.
I don't even know if I can get through all of them, but we should get started now.
I will totally not rub that in Nick's face later.
All right, so let's see. This is coming from Everyday Minimalist, king of EDC TikTok himself.
Mm-hmm.
How has YouTube changed your life?
Not dramatically so, because I basically did this with the bike industry before. It wasn't YouTube, but I have my own website, and so it was the same kind of level of followers and whatnot, and the same sort of process of getting stuff into review. I guess the biggest way it's changed my life is there's a lot of people that I talk to and am friends with now that I wouldn't have before. I would have kind of just discounted that group of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's opened my eyes to I get along with a more varied group of people than I used to, maybe, if that makes any sense.
I can definitely see that, because I definitely have met different kinds of people.
Yeah, we're both city folk, and and it's just not.
And we've both been in clubs. You've done comedy, and I've just been in the nightclub world, and I was just meeting only those types of people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And when I got into knife community, I was like, these people are so much nicer.
yeah, but the 5% that aren't are really. But yeah, and it's most of my friends were comedians. I mean, I in the bike world, it was a pretty varied group. But I was in recumbent bikes, which are very expensive, so a lot of them had a lot of money. They were older folks with a lot of money, and just and I mean, I grew up in the boonies, and I hunted and fished and stuff when I was a kid, but I'd been out of that world for a very, very long time.
Like, what did you hunt before?
I went deer hunting. I used to shoot woodchucks and squirrels and stuff.
You ate them?
Not the woodchucks.
Yeah,
woodchucks were just so that they stopped.
Well, I mean, I love trying wild game. That's why I ask.
Squirrels are good.
Yeah, I would eat good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always told my girl I want to try squirrel, because I heard it tastes nutty. There's a nutty flavor in it.
Yeah, it tastes almost like I describe it like porkish, but with a chicken or a coffee rub on it, sort of.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Or chicken with a coffee rub, something like that.
Try that.
It's been so long. I haven't had it in probably 25 years, but
damn. Yeah, I want to try that. Actually, this is gonna tie into most of your friends are comedians statement. Seems logical. Best commenter on YouTube. I always say that. He submitted a bunch of questions. This is one of them. Have you been able to convert any of your comedian friends to join the knife hobby?
No, a lot of them already are. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah, it's not at all uncommon. Like when I mentioned, you know, what I do or who I am.
Somebody has a bit about like CBD or something. No, I'm just kidding.
No, nobody does bits about knives. It's not funny. Like everybody's like, "Are you doing any knife bits?" Like, no, it's not funny. And I try and keep those two worlds somewhat separate. Like I tell you guys that I'm a comedian, but I don't advertise to comedians that I have a knife channel.
Do you think they would just like light you the fuck up or something?
No,
like,
all we do is bust balls all the time.
Yeah.
I give more ammo if I don't absolutely have to.
That's great.
Sneakers and knives are a fairly common thing that a lot of them are into.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Which knives bother you the most? This is from Me with Knives Mark. Very helpful supporter and friend of the channel. Which knives bother you the most? Ganzos, gas station knives, or outright clones?
Outright clones, followed very closely by Ganzos. I don't mind gas station knives. Do whatever you're doing. I don't care.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind those at all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, outright clones, of course. But
yeah.
But yeah, as far as like named companies, oh yeah, Ganzo, number one with a bullet.
Mm-hmm.
They just they started out doing clones, and then I'm sure they still do at the back door, and then they just kept like those rat ones they make, and they put an axis lock on it before the patent was up and everything, you know, and it was just I think they're just gross.
So I'm gonna ask you something, right? I don't like clones, but when it's like outside of knives, for example, right? Mm-hmm. Like I would be a lot more into fashion if I had money. Like I'd be into sneakers, I'd be into boots. Like I love that shit, but I just don't have money for it. And then I follow a couple of pages on TikTok that are like, look, you could pay $1,200 for these Jordan 1s, or you can get these reps that are made literally in the same factory for $70. Like, what are you gonna do?
I'd save my money and get the ones.
Get the $1,200 Jordans. That's what you do.
I think
because they're $1,200 because.
Well, or just get the $150 Jordans that aren't $1,200 limited edition.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like that hype beast culture, right? It's like a lot of that is happening in the knife community too, but not at that level. You know what I'm saying? It's like they'll go to Supreme, they'll have people camping out, they have hookups, they'll buy all the stuff, and then secondary, you know, the secondary market value is just absolutely insane.
Well, like I'm a sneaker guy too, but like I don't have the money to be the sneaker guy I want to be, but. Yeah, I mean, I have like a pair of like they were $190 all black Jordan 1s.
Yeah,
and like I like those. I've got a bunch of Adidas, and for the stage, and I got a couple of pairs of Air Maxes and stuff. But like, no, I think sneakers. Like, I think the best description I've heard of this, and it was this recently because there's been a thing in the watch world where a couple of watch channels did videos showing how to spot a fake.
Yeah.
And for some reason that got them taken down because they were promoting the sales of fakes, which they totally weren't.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so it went back to going back to watch one of these guys' videos that got taken down and then put back up after YouTube reviewed it. He said, if you're wearing a fake watch, meaning like a Rolex that says Rolex on it, but it isn't real. He said, it's a lie. You're wearing a lie, and you're lying to yourself, and you're lying to everybody that sees it.
I want to say that
it's really stuck with me. It's really harsh, but it is true. Mm-hmm. Like you're lying to everybody.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, you're definitely lying when you're wearing replicas or clones, 100%. And in the knife world, like I don't believe in it. I don't believe in buying clones in the knife world. But when it comes to like fucking footwear, bro, like I don't know, like if that line is as solid to me, because it's like. These kids are like saving up like an entire year to buy a pair of kicks.
I'd just buy something else.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. It's like, you know, like when we were younger, some other stuff was cooler, you know, and we would do anything to attain that thing.
And you could get stuff that's equally like to a real sneaker. So to a real sneaker person, that's not just a price snob. Like we were talking about with this watch, with this cheap Casio, you can get something that's less expensive, but just as freaking cool.
Yeah. For
but
sure. I mean,
not as
that's what I'm
expensive.
buying now. Like, I'm not buying fucking
Yeah,
$1,200
and that's
J's or Yeezys or
what I do. I
something.
go get,
Yeah.
I buy a pair of $200 Jordans, and then but sneaker dudes will still say, "Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice kicks or whatever." It's you. They still know it's cool. They still know that you had to make some effort to find it.
Yeah.
And I care more about that stuff than I do about exactly what things cost. But what's really weird is in the watch world, they have these watches they call homages,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people think that's just fine. And they're
Yeah.
totally like a
It's a
Rolex
replica.
Submariner, but it has a different brand name on it, so it's all right. But
Ah.
it's totally like an exact copy,
Wow.
just with a different name on it, and they act like it's like a Ganzo. And in the
Shit.
knife world, we're much more critical
Mm-hmm.
of stuff like Ganzos than
That
we than
Astra Hero looks like a bug out. And I'm like,
if
shut the
Ganzo
fuck
was
up.
making watches, they'd be totally fine and no one would complain about it.
Oh shit. Ganzo, yes, make watches.
No, God, what have I done? What have I done?
All right, let's get to some other questions here. This is an interesting one. So this is from Hero Sticks on YouTube.
Mhm.
What are the primary factors that you would attribute to the success and growth of your channel? I do know one part of this answer, which you're going to say Civivi is what helped me grow my channel. You said that last time. But any other things you want to add to that?
A brand that did, yeah.
Well, I said what are the primary factors you would attribute to the success and growth of your channel?
Consistency in uploading,
Mm-hmm.
which I haven't been great about the last few weeks, but I've had some stuff going on. But I'm
Yeah.
still uploading at least like every other day.
Mm-hmm.
Honesty. I don't think anybody can say ever that I lied about or misled anybody about anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying. This is the most arrogant response. It was personality. Like people like listening to me.
I have the third thing. I don't have all the other things.
But yeah, it's you either have the personality or you don't, and you can work around it and still do well in entertainment.
Yeah,
but you can't do really well.
Yeah,
without it, and it's just people can tell, especially with the amount of hours of my voice there are out there. If people don't like me, they're not going to like me, and that's fine. But you have to have a personality that the majority of people like, and I think it helped that I started the channel after I'd been doing stand-up and stuff for a while, and where I got to a point that my onstage personality and my offstage personality kind of met in the middle.
Yep.
And you guys can find my stand-up videos on YouTube. I'm exactly the same on stage as I am in my videos. Some people say, oh, on stage, I just turn it up to whatever. No, I'm pretty much the same.
I would say it's pretty spot on.
I mean, I yell a little bit to emphasize a punchline or whatever, but not any more than I do in real life. But when I started stand-up, I wasn't doing a character, but I was definitely trying to be really, hey, everybody, how's it going? And that's not me. I don't have that gear.
You were like doing Sebastian Maniscalco, like
yeah, basically, yeah. It was almost.
You're like doing physical comedy and shit.
Oh, I tried to.
It's fucking hard, man.
I tried to. I'm not coordinated. I can't do that.
I could never. It's like when I think about like stand up, I'm like, I could never do that, bro. Like preparing a set and shit, and like not knowing if it's gonna work. Like
it's hard for you. And then it gets to a point now where it's just like super easy. And like my life's going a lot better now than it was like last year. But like last year when my mother was very sick and everything like that, I had other stuff going on. I was so nervous, like
on stage.
Yeah, let's go back to 2019 because last year we didn't do stand up hardly at all because of the freaking global bastard. But the year before that, like I was so stressed out. My mother's in the hospital. She's clearly like dying slowly, and I don't know what's going to happen there. I had some financial worries. I had all this stuff going on. And when I was on stage, it was the only time I was calm.
That's excellent, man.
Because all you could think about was the next joke. And that's when my real personality came out. Off stage, I was nervous and upset all the time, and always on a knife edge of ripping somebody's head off. Where on stage, I was me again, and I could just be me. And I think that's what you want to reach in any form of entertainment. I think, you know, like people criticize Tom Hanks because they're like, he's just Tom Hanks in every movie. I'm like, yeah, but everybody pays to go see it.
I mean, he wasn't Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump, bro. I mean,
no, not in that. But like, you hear that criticism of actors, yeah. Where I never forget that it's him. It's like, yeah, but you still go see it, and it's still great.
He's great. Yeah,
I've always said that in anything. I guess not always said. I started saying this about 5 years ago, and I was quite proud of it. I think the best thing you can do, whether it's YouTube, whether it's stand-up, acting, dancing, playing the violin, whatever, even if you're not getting paid a lot for it, if you can reach a level where you get paid to exist, where people just pay you to be you, in whatever your occupation is, I think that's what you want to reach.
That's great advice, man. That is like a good way to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, because I don't know how to do a damn thing. Like, I don't know how to work on cars. Like, I would get fired from a Starbucks in an afternoon.
Yeah.
You know, but I know how to be this asshole.
What's the worst job you've ever had?
I haven't had many. I actually kind of liked all my jobs. I guess the worst one I had was the newspaper I wrote for because I hated my editor.
You never had any like weird jobs when you were a kid? Like that?
No, I worked at an airport.
Yeah.
And I really liked it, but I got fired. And then I went in the Air Force.
Oh shit.
So, and then I got out and I was a sports writer for a newspaper for a while. I guess that's the worst job I had. I loved the job. I loved being a sports writer. That was fantastic. But my boss was Satan incarnate, and we would just scream at each other constantly across the newsroom.
That sucks, dude.
And it was, I hated that guy. He would yell at me about the dumbest bullshit that.
Yeah, you can't have that in a job, man. You know?
Yeah.
That's the one thing, like, where I'm at right now. You know, I work for my family, work at the CBD shop, and, like, I'm not making a lot, but I have zero stress, bro.
Exactly.
Like,
that's all you're
absolutely zero. I'm like, you know, I slang CBD to people that come in, and I'm good at that, right? And then I just watch movies, I watch podcasts, I work on my channel, and it's like, you know, it's hard to step away from that. I know I'm going to have to eventually if like, the business is doing well, but you know, like fucking Kelly's trying to have a kid and shit. I'm like, you're crazy, bro. Like, she's like, I want puppies. I want kids. I'm like, what the you know, it's a good thing she's getting into the medical field. She's going to be in the hospital in about a year and a half that I could, you know, maybe we could start thinking about that. But I'm like, you kidding me, man? What are you talking about? We got a couple of more questions here. This is from Herm D. Do you think your cat knows who farted by the smell?
I'm certain.
So he like knows if it's like you or like someone else in the family.
They have amazing senses of smell. I learned that about cats. Like I've had cats before, but like these two, I'm kind of obsessed with because my dogs. I lost 3 dogs in 3 years.
Damn.
We had 3 dogs and they all passed away. And I'm not a terrible dog parent. That was just coincidence. They were all 3 pretty old for the breeds that they were.
Yeah.
And so these cats I'm kind of obsessed about. But yeah, I was reading about cats, and yeah, they have better hearing and better smell than dogs. Not as good a taste, but they have better hearing and better smell than dogs.
I've grown attached to these bastards that live here. These 2 cats.
Yeah.
They're, you know, because I have ragdolls, so like they are very cuddly. Like when you pick them up, they just let you do whatever. Yeah, they just let you do whatever you want. Because when you have a ragdoll, whether they're like mad at you and they don't want to be touched, once you pick them up, there's like some kind of mechanism that kind of they don't go limp. They don't go limp like they do like in the videos on Cats 101, but they definitely like are so like tempered that they're not trying to like scratch you and fuck you up. Like they're just kind of like, fine, we're here, just do what you got to do and let me go. That's what they act like. But I've got really attached to them, man. You know, they're like these big, like kind of like miniature tigers almost, the way they walk around and stuff. And sometimes they want to love you and sometimes they don't. But yeah, I'm really accustomed to them. And
they're predators. You always forget that. Like, they are apex predators.
Yeah, if they were like 200 pounds, we would be fucked. Like they would kill us, I think.
I had a cat when I was younger that was 25 pounds. It was a Bengal.
Yeah.
And it was a like the Bengal breed's been so diluted now that it's just like any spotty cat they call a Bengal. But like genuine Bengals were part lynx.
Yeah.
And the cat 5 pounds of murder. And
wow.
My now ex-wife was in Saudi Arabia. My wife before this, I'm still married. She was in Saudi Arabia, and I had 6 months alone with this death machine. It was like right after she was about 8 months to about a year and 2 months, and she would come creeping into a room, and I'd be over there with all my mountain bike racing buddies, and I'd be like, "Nobody move, don't flinch." Because if you flinch, wow, she'd come flying across the room and just rip you to shreds. And she was a death machine. So her, I never forgot, like it was a predator. She'd jump up on top of the refrigerator without taking a running start.
Yeah. I mean, they're bigger. Damn. Yeah, I always thought cats were mean, you know, until I played with these like 2 cats. I was like, man, these guys are cuddly as hell, man. Like they don't.
Yeah, they all have their own personality.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Let's take a look at some Instagram questions. Let's see here. I don't know if you have this, but do you have 5 Instagram pages that you like to look at? Like your top 5, or if it's 5 is too much, like 3.
No, I don't know if I have 5. Let me think. I'm gonna look on my Instagram. I'm gonna cheat.
Yeah, I'm gonna open up Instagram right now, actually, and we can see what's going on.
Get reminded. I wish on the insights thing you could see like who I like the most. Oh, Danhausen.
All right, I'm gonna look that up right now.
Danhausen AD. He's a wrestler, and he is hilarious. Yeah,
DanhausenAD. Which one? This guy, Danhausen?
Yes, with the makeup on.
Okay. Oh,
very nice, very evil. That's his gimmick. He's one of my favorite wrestlers.
Is this like Jericho's podcast or something?
He was on Talk is Jericho. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
The Onion has been savage lately, by the way. Holy, like they are not.
Everybody knows The Onion. I mean,
yeah.
My anti-drug is alcohol. That's fucking me right there.
I'm trying to find some more obscure ones. In watch stuff, Watch Gringa.
Watch Gringa. Okay.
Yeah,
Watch Gringa.
And her YouTube channel is very, very funny. She is
this lady right here.
Yeah, she is a she has multiple picture posts, and you scroll through. There's always something funny.
Pretty lady, pretty watches. Okay, cool.
She's also very interesting. She is a vicar in the Church of England, and all of her videos, she's just drunk and swearing like a parrot.
Oh shit!
Because Church of England don't give a shit.
That's dope.
And Smoking Tires, probably my favorite car one.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know they were on a podcast that I watched one time. Oh, it's Smoking Tire, not tires, right?
No, The Smoking Tire. Yeah, Matt Farah.
Yeah, Matt Farah is great. I just watched him on Segura's podcast, and I saw him on Joe Rogan's before.
We've spoken on the phone a few times. He was very nice. I actually gave him knife advice a while ago.
Cool.
Chris Jericho's is always fun. And the one that I think I share with you guys the most is trying to find a funny one. Moist Buddha is always good.
Oh yeah.
But lately they've been in this thing where they're like, oh, follow so and so, and they're like, oh, they're like doing this follow back thing.
Yeah.
And that's really been annoying me.
I've seen these guys before for sure.
There's one I want to go back to. There's this new one that's not new, I guess. It's new to me. Baseball card vandals is excellent.
What's that?
They take old baseball cards and they vandalize them to make them very funny.
Oh, I found them. There you go. What the fuck, dude? Fishnets? What the hell? Yo.
And then there's one that's actually my...
I put bacon between my ass cheeks.
They just vandalize old baseball cards. It's
Yo.
And the last one I'm going to say, he's a very good friend of mine, I will say, but he is criminally underfollowed. If you're into toys, you're into like action figures and stuff,
yep.
the underscore nature underscore toy. Like the nature boy, but
the nature toy. Ah, it says rock flare.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, this is dope, dude.
Yeah. He took all those photos in his head.
Oh, I'm fucking following this right now.
Look at that Voltron one. He recreated like the Voltron like iconic.
That's sick.
He's got smoke machines and all kinds of shit.
Oh man.
And those are all actual physical like figures.
He-Man, you know, they got the new one on Netflix now. I haven't watched it yet. Check it out.
It's not great.
It's not great. Oh shit.
I was never a big He-Man guy though.
I mean, I had this, like literally this thing.
Oh
like,
yeah, I had a few.
So,
and my cousin had a ton, and we'd always get babysat together. So like I'd play with his, but
oh dude, I remember this.
Yeah, and that's where I get almost all my action figures from because he can find them like anywhere. He actually has a major blood for me now that I need to go.
Freaking cool. I remember when I had G.I. Joes, I would like unscrew the back with a Phillips screwdriver and like switch their bodies around and shit.
Yeah. And he does a bit of modding, but most of it is just very well posed.
Cool, yo. I followed him.
Follow the nature toy.
Yeah.
And he'll wonder... He'll probably text me, bro, like, I gained 50 followers Friday night.
I follow this guy, the nature toy. Yeah, it's fucking dope. That one was submitted by Skyla Martinez, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, the Booty and Blades gal who's going to be on the show in about 2 weeks. Pretty hyped for that.
Yeah, she follows me.
Yeah. Yeah, she came out of nowhere. And, hey, man, I'm all part of that. Women forward. Do what
all about it.
That bag, girl. You know what I'm saying?
You use what you got.
Exactly. Let's see. How did you? Oh, this is from Colorful Filth, who's going to be on the show next week. How did you get verified? I've been trying for years.
I applied eons ago,
and
then
what eons? Like what kind of years we talking about?
I think when I hit like 10,000, so maybe like a year ago, and then. Didn't go through, and I reapplied, and it went through like same day.
Weird.
This time they had me take a picture of my driver's license. I don't think they did the first time.
See, if they ask you to do that, that means it's legit. You're gonna get, you know.
Yeah.
Huh. Let's do like one more question here. Let's see.
You know what that blue check gets you?
What does it get you? Nothing.
Messages from companies wanting to send you Damascus knives from Pakistan.
I get that without the blue check.
Or fake emails from Levi's. They get you really excited thinking, oh, Levi's wants to sponsor my channel. Then you're like, wait a minute, they want me to contact them on WhatsApp? This isn't real.
Yeah.
Like I mean, all the little blue check gets is that. And you can get more. I have reached out to a couple of more like marginally like famous people and they actually respond. But you know that's about it. That's all it gets you. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean it for famous people, like when you have that mark, they feel a little bit safer talking to you. Like you're not some scammer dude.
I will shout it at a waiter someday though.
You will shout at a waiter because
I'll shout that at a waiter. I'll be like
I'm fucking
can I get some service? I'm Instagram verified.
Yeah, I know. I wonder what has more clout. Like getting that blue check on Twitter or getting that blue check on Instagram?
I would say Instagram now.
Yeah.
I can't get the blue one on Twitter to save my life.
So you're never gonna get on TikTok, right? That's like not your thing.
I
Because I remember I was talking to you about
too
this,
many things,
and you were like this. You were like the knife. Like, there's how do you make money on it? So I have an answer to that. So when you get to a certain size on TikTok, they have what's known as the creator fund, and you can literally say, "Hey, I am making a sketch on the XM18 from Hinder Knives. I need $1,000 to make it, and TikTok will give you the money." That's how it works. And Everyday Minimalist, all these guys that are kind of big on it have that right now. Like, I saw the process of how to do it. You literally write down your idea, and then they okay it, and then they give you the money, which is kind of insane. Like, you don't have
that. Sounds like kind of a pain in the ass, too.
I mean, it is and it isn't, you know. I just think it's another avenue, especially for the young folks that are thinking about getting into Twitter. Getting into Twitter, into YouTube, or knife YouTube rather, or anything, man. I just think it's a good tool to get big easier than other places.
But everybody's big on TikTok. That's why I just don't like.
That's not true, because if you look at, you know, the guys that I've been talking about, like, they're not even a year in. They're like almost 10K on YouTube, like, just because they have all these, you know, TikTok followers. And he's not even a year. I think he's like a little bit over a year on TikTok now, but he started at a point where he caught fire, which could happen to anybody. Sometimes I catch fire. I'll put up a video of like a Tucson. I'll get like 120,000 views and like 5,000 likes. It makes no fucking sense. And like mad comments. And that just happens a lot more regularly on TikTok. But anyway, we've gotten through the questions. And I'm going to show you some videos now to close off the night, okay? I don't know what any of these are.
Just nicotine, by the way. Don't do drugs.
No, it's cool. It's all, we're a vape-friendly zone.
Unless it's legal. It's legal. You know, I do have to say, do you want to hear the oldest man thing I have to say before we get into this?
Okay.
Since they legalized weed in New York, I'm 100% sick of the smell of weed smoke.
I've always smelled it, though, because I'm in the city, so everyone's been smoking weed.
Oh, I've always smelled it, like walking around. But now it's like every time I'm at a drive-through,
people
smell it. Like everywhere I go, fucking weed smoke, and it's like powerful as hell. And I don't like it. I used to smoke. I don't anymore. I'll probably never smoke again. But when you can just go walk up to a store and buy it, I'll probably do edibles again or whatever. But it's like, I'm not like anti-weed, but I'm anti that goddamn smell. I can tell you that.
I'm fine with it, man. I don't know. I'm fine with it, but what I don't like is, like, especially I'm in New York City, there's too much fentanyl, bro. Like, I can just tell. And
you're always railing against it.
Like this.
They get smaller. Like, they just crunch up inside.
And they're just standing there like frozen in time.
I don't understand the appeal of
I don't know. Of it. It's just like heroin, apparently, and the heroin addicts have gone to that. It's cheaper.
But I knew people who were high on heroin who still were talking to me.
Yeah, there's a doctor that's like a fucking professor. I forgot what, I think like Yale or something. He was just on Rogan's like a couple of months ago, and he was like, "Yeah, I sniff heroin like regularly, but I'm a professor."
And he could carry on a conversation.
Yes, he doesn't inject, and he doesn't do a lot. He just does like a little bit. He microdoses, and like that's what he uses. I'm like,
I don't know any function. I've never heard of a functional fentanyl user.
Dude, he's a professor with tenure, bro. Like, he's smart.
No, I'm saying the fentanyl. I've never heard of a functional fentanyl user. Nobody says I'm a functioning fentanyl addict. No, that's not a thing.
You know what? I think I actually have that person. And I played this on my live show last night, and I played this on my Patreon. I wasn't going to play this tonight, but since we're on the topic.
This isn't the one that got your live show taken
down. That was the Olympics. Tim Dillon pretended to be a broadcaster, and he pretended that the mic was still on, and he was like talking shit about the Olympics. It was hilarious. It was a hilarious skit because it went viral, and people thought it was a real thing. Like someone... Because he was just like, is this
doing the voice.
He was like, is this even a real country? Like, what is this? And it was like Guyana or something. All right, so I'm gonna play. This guy's definitely.
Ghana, I don't think that's a real place.
Coming off of fentanyl for sure, but clearly with some musical ability here.
It's kind of a banger, actually.
Yo, for real. But that guy's clearly on some type of opiate and it's coming off of it. He's got some rhythm, man. That looks like New York City, actually, this bathroom right here. I said that last night, but
it looks like a Starbucks bathroom.
All right, let's get to the actual clips that I prepared for today, which I don't even know what they are.
You didn't prepare them. You just lied to me.
What I do is this is what I do for my Patreon, for my live show, for when I have guests on, is I will scroll through TikTok and get videos that aren't going to get me flagged, like that have music or something like that, and that I think are going to either disturb or make the guests laugh or just show some kind of interest. You might get flagged
for that last video.
No,
you may have already copyrighted that music.
I get DMCA'd. Like, this is one of my favorite authors on Amazon and on TikTok here. His name is Brad Goss.
Plus Dad plus Chad. Your parents have formed a triad. My name is Brad Goss, and I write children's books. Mom and Dad were getting bored. Their whole lives seemed to revolve around chores. They tried new activities they thought they'd enjoy, date nights, and hobbies, and even some toys. Nothing was working, your parents were tired. Then Mom did some research after getting inspired. She presented an idea that seemed a bit strange. They dated new people, together for a change. Humpty Dumpty Dickory Dock, your mom just needed a second. Tonight's party time, meet your co-father Chad. He's moving right in, and it won't be bad. Skip along and count to 3. We're normalizing polyamory. Mom plus Dad plus Chad is available on Amazon.
I've never understood the whole, like, I've never understood even the concept of a threesome. I was never been interested.
Well,
I've
never had one per se, like, in terms of like I've had sex with, you know, like 2 girls or something like that or anything close to that. But, you know, maybe I just listened to Chris Ryan on Joe Rogan like too many times. And he's like a polyamory dude. That's all he writes about. I read Sex at Dawn, which like basically tells you that you are fighting your own biology by trying to be with just one person. Now, I'm not saying Kelly and I are fucking swinging around and I'm just slanging dick everywhere. That's not how we do it. But we both read that book and we both like have a lot of comfort with each other and like whatever like our sexuality is, that like I could literally check out a girl like when we're out and say like, damn, those are some big sloppy knockers. And like my girl would not even one bit be mad at me. And she'd be like, holy shit.
My wife doesn't care about anything like that. But
I'm saying that is not common though.
No.
Slicey, that's not common, bro. Like a lot of ladies get really fucking mad. Like when that happens.
The whole like could we like no never. Both of us are too jealous for that. But like and like even we have, you know,
like I mean,
no.
You know, I'm 40 right now, right? What if like we're dying already? We're like 60, 70 or some shit, and we're like, look, let's just get like some professionals in here to like spice up this. Never, bro.
Maybe it was
like never.
Maybe it was a professional. But
you know what I mean? Like when you're way older, you guys aren't looking that. You know what I mean?
So we always jokingly have, you know, like a lot of couples have like your exemption list.
Oh, my girl is here.
Hey,
what's up?
I'm not in on this con.
We're talking about.
I heard.
But a lot of couples. Do you guys have your list, your exemption list of famous people that you're allowed to fuck for free?
Oh, we're fucking. We have that.
Yeah.
We're fucking. I mean,
that doesn't work because on my list, one of them is a friend of mine now, and I had to remove her from the list.
Oh shit!
Because I worked with her and we're friends, and I had to take her off the list. So the list is bullshit.
Well,
what's the list? What did I
like the list of
it's like a list, like your hall pass.
Oh,
your hall pass.
You know what I'm saying?
That's,
so like
that's Chris Evans.
Yeah, Chris Evans is her favorite. Like she will.
I set my bar very, very high.
But what if you just run into Chris Evans and you just kind of accidentally get to know him, and you come home and you tell Ray, hey, I do know Chris Evans now. He's a really nice guy, and he's on my list. So you'd make her take him off the list. If they became friends, you'd make her take him off the list.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, if they fall into the, I think that changes things. If they fall into that.
The list only applies if Olivia Munn kicks down my door and says
Olivia Munn.
Like that's the only way.
Is that a gal that's on your list, Olivia Munn?
Oh, she's on my list.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I say I wound up doing a show or something with Olivia Munn and I got to know her, my wife would be like, she's off the list. You know her now. She can't be on the list anymore.
Because we were talking about remember that guy Brad Goss who has like the adult fucking children's books?
Yeah.
And it's like mom plus dad plus Chad.
Yeah.
Your parents have formed a triad. So we just watched a video on it, and he was like, Slicey's like, I don't think I could ever do that. And I was like, never, bro. What if you're like 60 or 70? You wouldn't get a professional to do some stuff? Like my girl and I can't say never.
I just feel like if I'm not going to close any doors before they need to be closed. I know that sounds weird, but if something happens, I'm not going to get dark or anything, but let's just say that physically I'm not there anymore and he is, I'm going to be like,
oh, well, yeah. I mean,
you're a paraplegic, like you fall in front of a bus.
Well, I mean, that's one form of darkness. I was going to say, a
situation like that is totally different. Yeah.
Right.
If one of us was incapacitated.
Yeah.
I think that, but a three-way relationship.
Three-way, look, those are, that gets sticky. It gets very
both
difficult.
Literally and
both
and
literally and mentally. Yes. No, it is. I think that there's a certain lifestyle that's very difficult to be maintained when it has more than two people. So it's hard to want to have what is considered the normal. So it's hard to want the family and the loving husband and then include a third person. That is incredibly difficult because it takes thinking outside of the box. And not many people can.
I'm 46. I'm firmly entrenched in my box. I know my capacity to change, and it ain't much.
Yeah.
So I don't think that I could. I think you do get to an age, and I think Ray, you'll find out soon too. You're getting there. I think you get to an age where everybody says, "Oh, anyone can change." I don't think past a certain age you can anymore.
I think
you're who you are, and I like who I am, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
and I have zero desire to.
She likes who I am, so I'm kind of like, yeah, this is it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I'll be more patient on some things, but that's about it. I
mean, we're gonna obviously make changes as our family grows in whatever way.
Fucking little kids.
In whatever way that happens, obviously there will be large changes. Very large.
Oh yeah, but those are good changes. But I mean, if everybody's just if somebody something like that, my wife just says, "Oh, let's have it." I'm like, nope, I'm not into that.
This is pretty
fair.
This is pretty gross right here, and this is actually
the
first video I downloaded today. Kelly and I love this type of stuff, but
do we?
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't like the gross videos that you guys like.
What is he doing?
Just wait.
Is that a reflection?
No, just keep watching.
And something. I'm not gonna like this. He blowing snot out his eye?
What the fuck?
What? I don't even know what that was.
So I'm going to tell you that is everything that you should not do. If your eye is messed up like that, go to the eye doctor and take your dirty ass fingers out of your eye, which is probably why you got that issue in the first place.
He's like jizzing out of his eye, bro. Look at Slicey's face.
I'm like, bro.
That was uncomfortable.
Yeah. More than anything is I just want to smack his hand and go, stop that. Go to the eye doctor.
That made me icky in my tum-tum.
Ray loves those.
They're not all like that, but I do like to have a mix, you know, in the curations. You know what I mean? That way you don't know what to expect.
That way sometimes you want to throw up and sometimes you want to laugh.
This thing, this is what I want to ask both you whites if you think this is okay.
Oh my god!
Because I've never seen this type of shit.
He just literally just nonchalantly said, "I'm going to ask both you whites."
Just check this out right here. This is crazy. Just check it out. I don't know. Let's load up. Don't worry.
Now that I know the difference, look at how nice their drywall looks.
What requires two of them?
Right?
They're just
what are they talking about?
Their furniture is some fucking money.
This lady is talking about how she likes the way their house is set up, and they're just looking inside this house for a long time. Look at this.
Love the paint color.
No, go away.
Lauren's being kind of like pissy about this stuff. I think they put quite a bit of money into it. I mean, look at just the crown molding around their doorway. They didn't just skimp on shit.
What the fuck?
They put
so funny.
crown molding around the crown molding on their doorway, and crown molding around their crown molding on their.
She's just pointing out their furniture and stuff.
Yeah, and like
no,
seeing
she's
what
literally
they did.
pointing out like the improvements that they made in the house,
and just like checking it out. Now, let me ask you this: if your neighbor did that, Slicey, he was just like looking in your crib, like admiring your decor or whatever, for like, how long is this video? Like 2 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a solid 30 seconds of them standing there,
Well,
touching the window and stuff.
I'd knock on their door and say, "What the fuck was that?" Stay.
because that was captured on a Ring camera.
Yep.
Yeah. How do you handle that? Do you think that guy's wife was just telling him to do better, or like
they were obvious? So first off,
I think that's just a woman who has never been taught boundaries in her entire life.
Yeah, that's because that was harmless what she was doing, because she was literally admiring what they upgraded, but at the same time, it's crossing the social standards of what's appropriate.
Well, you know what my license plate is, Ray.
What is it?
You want to touch me?
Off my lawn.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the license plate
Fair.
on my truck.
Fair.
Yeah.
So how would you handle that if they were like just in front of your house?
No, if I saw them, I just open the door and be like, I'd probably just open the door and go, "What the fuck?" and close the door. Because usually that's all it takes is somebody just to say something and they'd walk away. And if I saw it later, I'd knock on their door or leave them a note or something to be like, please don't go peeping in my windows.
I mean, for me, I would literally be like, hey, I would actually approach them and be like, hey, so I don't know if you know this, but I have security. And I saw you guys outside of my window. So just so you know, I did do these improvements. Any questions you have, feel free to talk to me, but please don't stand outside of my house. It kind of freaked me the hell out.
It would have been
that would have been me, because I'm just straightforward. I'd be like, look, I got you on camera. Don't do this shit.
I would not offer assistance. I would not offer. I would say.
But I mean, let's be honest. Anybody who upgrades their house normally is pretty happy to talk about the upgrades.
You know, it would have been awesome, because I think it was like a Ring camera. If because you could talk in it.
I know. Just randomly,
you just all of a sudden just go like, we have great security too.
I'd be like, please don't touch the glass.
My favorite thing about having a Ring camera, and I do a bit about it actually on stage, but is the forums of people talking about shit that happened around their house, and then like next door and all those, like you talk about your neighborhood and everybody's posting all the stuff that happened. It's mostly white ladies going, "Oh my God, a brown person walked by my house." Like that's most of it.
Oh my God.
That's like literally 80% of it in Rochester. But there was one lady freaking out. She was like,
"I'm not gonna press it yet."
She was like, This black car has driven by my house with 2 black males in it 3 times today. And I don't know what's going on." And everybody was kind of ignoring her. And then she finally posted a picture of it from her doorbell cam. It was like a brand new Audi. It was like $100,000. And I'm like, they're just driving. They may be visiting somebody, maybe helping somebody move.
They paid that much money for the car. They're just going to the grocery store 18 times because they want to drive their car.
Yeah, maybe they just got it.
Yeah, it's new car day. You're just driving around.
Yeah, just because. Well, it's funny because that video, reminds me of there was a lady who I dealt with in the succulent business that she sent me this random video. She would buy succulents from me and she'd open up these really ridiculous conversations. And she was very just, you could tell there was something missing. And so she sends me a video one day out of nowhere.
There's something missing. That's the nicest way.
There's something missing in her chromosomes, but she literally sends me a video of her and her daughter walking up to somebody's house just like this. And they had added an outdoor, like a sunroom that was for plants. And there was nothing in it yet except one chair and one plant. And she literally walks up, and the video is like you can see her reflection against the glass. And she's like holding the phone right up to this person's glass. And she's like, look how beautiful this is. This is ridiculous. And I remember showing you the video, and it was like a 3-part video. She must have been there for like 3 minutes on this person's property with her face against their glass, just admiring their plant room. And I remember texting her back and being like, do you know them?
And she's like, no.
Like, wait, where are you from? Florida? Like, do they have gun laws there? What is the gun law for being on somebody else's property? Because they could shoot you, potentially. Yeah. I don't know their laws, but in North Carolina, you can shoot them through the glass. Just remember.
Rural upstate, you get shot for that.
Yeah. I was like, dude, come on. And her daughter's there like, Mom, look. Mommy, look. Weird.
It's happening.
Okay, so this is the show. Have you heard of this show, Slicey? It's really funny. I forgot what it's called, but basically it's a dating show. It's a reality TV show. But every single contestant on it is like in full fucking makeup, like prosthetics and shit.
It's so funny.
And like this has got to be the funniest shit like I've ever seen.
It's happening.
Missed you. Archie, we really got the conversation going. I love your personality, and I hope you had fun too, right? I think it was really mutual. Yeah.
So instead of like putting them behind a curtain, they just do this.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you opened up, and
That's ridiculous.
I can't choose both of you. I have made my decision. Edit. You're my sexy beast.
Oh my gosh, you picked the baboon.
Sexy beast, is that what they call it?
Yeah, it's called Sexy Beast. Yeah. That is terrible. That is fucking terrible, dude.
Right, Archie?
Like, do they see each other afterwards? Like what the other person looks like?
I don't think so.
That
This
is
a very touching moment.
Or maybe they just bone
Look
like
at Archie.
He ain't over it.
Archie is like just looks like himself, but with like a fake stone beard thing.
Oh, thank you.
Probably.
Jeez, that guy must have game. Let's just say that, he managed to pull a fine dime. I'm so happy. I want to take that mask off and just run off into the sunset.
We had crazy chemistry. I didn't think that I would feel that way about somebody here. I'm very excited to see what he actually looks like.
I mean that.
We'll all find out what he looks like very soon. Because it's time to demask the beasts.
Wait, are they gonna show this whole shit?
Wait, are they showing what they look like?
I don't know if I'm gonna get flagged for playing it this long.
All right, so stop playing it. We don't care that much.
Oh my god. Okay,
Let's see what the dude looks. I mean, I've gone this far. Fuck it. I'm not monetized anyway, so.
Come through.
Might need tranquilizing when he sees her.
I mean, yeah, she's pretty.
Oh, let's see what the dude.
Let's meet the god.
Oh, so they show you the guy that lost too. I didn't know it was this long. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, this is wild though. I mean, it's funny.
All right, I'm glad she didn't pick him.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a good conversation.
There's a lot of beta energy going on right now.
The manor's twinkling theater of dreams.
Let's see this.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
they didn't show the other guy.
Bro.
Ah, that's so funny.
Oh. Yo, that is the wildest shit I've seen.
What a stupid show.
Like, I've been seeing so many videos pop up of that, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, but if you were flipping through a channel and that came on, you'd say,
I would watch it.
Oh,
I would
dude,
watch it, and I would make fun of myself
heartbeat,
for watching
bro.
it, but I would watch it happily.
In a heartbeat, I would watch that shit.
Hello?
Oh, this guy's dope.
Hi, this is John from John Breaks Bad News. I have some bad news from Nick for you. Is this Ethan?
So this guy, this guy gets paid to call people, and he has a huge TikTok channel. He gets paid to call people and give them bad news. Like someone will hire him to do that.
That is.
Hi, this is John from John Breaks Bad News. I have some bad news from Nick for you. Is this Ethan?
Nick?
Yeah.
Wait, who is this one more time?
My name is John. I'm from the very popular, very famous TikTok account, John Breaks Bad News. And I have some bad news from Ethan for you.
Okay, what is it?
You're out of the business. The card is shredded. So sorry about it.
Wait, who is this?
This is John from John Breaks Bad News.
From TikTok?
Yeah.
The heck? Why are you calling me?
Because Ethan paid me $500 to call you and tell you that you're out of the business.
Who paid who? How much?
Ethan paid me $500. No. You're Ethan. Nick paid me $500 to tell you that you're out of the business.
This guy's great at his
No,
job.
the hell he didn't.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I have the email right here.
What? The email? What? Dude, there's no way he paid you $500 to tell you that?
Yeah.
Tell me that?
What? You're fired, bud.
That is the dumbest way to spend money I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean, like, it wasn't smart, but he did it.
Dude, there's no way. I don't believe you. You gotta prove it to me, man.
How would I know you or Ethan or that you have
I
a
don't
business?
know. How do I even know you or who you are?
Wait, what? You don't know who I am. That's the whole point of this. It's an anonymous.
Yeah,
so
I don't believe you, mate.
Okay, well, take it up with him. I don't give a shit if you believe me or not.
Yeah, fair. He got paid.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you. Can you leave me a review?
Fuck you.
Can you leave me a
You mind leaving me a review on my page? I was very polite.
All right.
I got denied for
thank
a
you, John.
cameo.
I love
you
bud.
did?
Yeah.
You're a real man. All right, see ya.
Bye.
Dude, can you imagine like getting that shit?
Yeah.
What if I broke up with you, babe? Like I just don't come home for like a week. You're looking for me, and then you just get a call from John Breaks Bad News.
You would get a bad news
Okay.
afterwards.
Wait,
I
you
would
got
literally
denied
hunt you
from
down.
Cameo?
Yeah, because I'm not famous enough. Like they're picky about it.
Oh shit!
What?
Because I get on my live streams, like it happened like 3 weeks in a row. Somebody one guy did it, said, "Hey, here's $5. My wife is staying next to me. Can you say I'm awesome?" And I said something like, "Well, your husband just wasted $5, so he's very bad with his money, but he seems like a decent guy." And I just kind of insulted him for like a couple minutes. And then for 2-3 weeks in a row, I had people that were paying me, like doing super chats for like $5
Just
and
to do
wanting me to insult them.
That's
And I
so
thought,
funny.
I thought, I'm going to start a Cameo. Why not?
Yeah.
And I thought just anybody could do it.
Shit.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely not famous enough. Fuck, we got to step up our game. You need OnlyFans, babe.
I can
Then
get an
we
OnlyFans.
Cameo.
You can just get an OnlyFans. You don't need to get like proof.
I've been fucking telling her, man. I just can't.
You could get OnlyFans too.
I
Why
no
does
one,
the
no
pressure
one
go on
wants
me?
to see my
Only
asshole.
you don't have to show anything anymore. OnlyFans is just a way for people to pay you.
I actually had a girl. I was scrolling through TikTok, of course, looking for content, and I saw this girl. She's like just an average-looking girl, you know.
Yep.
And she's like, "Listen, if you've been thinking about doing OnlyFans, like take a look at me. I'm average-looking. I've made $250,000 this year on OnlyFans, and I don't show nudity. I just show like regular thirst trappy type stuff that you would see on Instagram, and that's how much money I've made. You know, so if you do want to try it, you're in a pinch with money. You don't need to, you know, finger yourself or fucking show nudity on OnlyFans to do this. Like, just try it, and then, you know, it's just giving a chance for people who are lonely to communicate with an actual girl, and that's really what they're paying for." And I'm like, what are you doing?
Schoolwork.
Yo, study and do OnlyFans.
The answer to that is
She's
schoolwork.
being a worthwhile member of society.
Yo, what do you mean? I have nothing against OF, yo. I have nothing.
I got nothing
Oh,
against
You told me to go back to Oakland, right?
It's just more work for me.
Yeah. I want you to work more. I'm just kidding. All right, here, look, check this out.
Right now.
You told me to go back to Oakland, right? Let me tell your dusty, dirty, dingy, mannequin built ass something. You don't tell me where the fuck to go. When you leave your house, you old stanky ass lady, you are in the world. So you don't tell me to go back to Oakland. You take your wrinkled pussy ass to Oakland. Get your funky mask ass to Oakland. You got a whole COVID-19 fit on with your dusty ass. You the reason why this shit is here. You got hella senior citizen spit on your motherfucking sweater telling somebody to go to Oakland. Huh?
Talking for a minute.
Huh?
Can you control your mouth for
You need to control your ass because it stink. You need to go get in the wheelchair. Get your old funky ass about here telling somebody to go back to Oakland. You're an okay, you act like you're 80-something years old. Your age don't matter. It seems like you're racist because you see me run by and you tell a black person to go back to Oakland. So it's black people in Oakland, right? Ain't no black people in Alameda?
There's more white people who live in
All right, okay, well get your dusty, wrinkled bag, trash face having ass up out of here then. Don't tell no black person to go back to Oakland. You can't tell me where to go, all right? I'm fucking grown.
Damn.
That is fun.
How do you feel that interaction was handled though? It's like some old white lady telling this black dude to go back to Oakland. It seems. I don't know what happened before that. I only have that context of it.
I will say this: I am jealous at how fluid his shit talking is.
It's pretty good
because I used to be able to talk shit like that when I was younger, and I have lost that ability. I have to go back. Honey, I'm gonna have to start practicing again.
Not his first.
You gonna call me Asian slurs? Is that what you're gonna do?
No.
Hashtag stop Asian hate, yo. Hashtag men too.
Wrinkly, dusty, dirtbag ass.
He's like dirty dog eating jungle Asian. That's what you're gonna call me and shit.
Damn, that's wild.
What did you think about that, Slicey? Somebody told you to go back to Oakland. What would you do?
I wouldn't understand why they said that, but no. I mean, I don't know. I've never had it. I mean, I'm just an average white dude. I've never been insulted in any way like that to know how I'd react. I definitely will yell back at somebody if somebody says something to me. And I don't care if it's in public, but I'm not shy to make a scene, but I don't usually start it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of like stuff you could say to like a white person that will like make them angry.
I mean,
like what's the white person's N-word, yo? Like racist?
Racist, I think, is probably
like liberal
right now. That's
or
pretty
something.
bad.
Like I don't know. Like there's not a lot to, you know what I mean? Like when you can say crack or honky, like you guys don't care.
Honky, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Snowflake.
What was that old Louis C.K. bit where he just said, he said, as a white man, I know you could drop me almost anywhere in civilized history and I'd be fine.
Yep.
Yeah, that is true.
Yep.
I probably wouldn't be fine. If you drop me in like some clan territory, it'd be like, what the fuck you doing here, bud? Yeah. I don't know if it sound like that, but for some reason they did in my head. Let's check out another vid here. And what is this?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm going to show you some. This is awesome. Okay. This is from a very
it's never good when he sees it and
very
starts laughing.
Amazing TikTok content creator. Okay.
Goodness.
This guy is top notch.
It's somebody blowing shit out of his eye.
So according to this fortune cookie, I have the ability to excel in untried areas. Turns out, hey, they're right.
Jesus,
that's Nick Shabazz. Look at Slicey. Yeah, now was that a very well written joke, Slicey? He was doing Excel on his tablet and watching Mr. Dryer. Did you see that?
I saw it.
For Nick, yeah, that's one of his better ones.
Yeah.
I would say still keep writing, Nick.
That's so funny.
Yo, that's what's crazy is Nick has made an entire TikTok of just jokes like that. Mm-hmm. They're not like, it's not banging like hard, like in the numbers wise, but I just find it funny that every now and then I will see a Nick Shabazz video pop up and I'm so happy when I see it on TikTok, and it's usually something like that.
Yep.
Where it's
that's
just
awesome.
All right,
I was wondering why you were giggling.
I always hate fortune cookies that aren't actual fortune. Like
it's the worst.
Like when it's just like some fucking proverb or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's not it. Give me hard like things that are gonna happen. Say you're gonna get hit by a bus. Say something like that.
Yeah, literally. Like watch your shoelaces today. it could be bad, right? Like, I mean, just something stupid that I'd be like the whole day I'd be staring at my shoelaces.
I've
Like,
got one I'm stuck to my computer screen. I don't remember what it is. I liked it enough to stick it to my computer screen, but success is rarely created unless you're having fun at it. I have stuck on my computer.
Oh shit, that's pretty good.
But not a fortune.
No,
it's a nice little saying.
Yep.
Not a fortune.
Now I feel like I haven't seen a fortune cookie in a long time that has an actual like fortune.
Yeah, you know
It's
what?
always
What happened to us one night? We ordered Chinese food. And this is like when my kids were little. They were like, I want to say like 8 and 6, and we ordered Chinese food. We eat it the same place we ordered Chinese food from all the time, and they had gotten the wrong fortune cookies, and they were like the dirty ones.
Oh, that's awesome!
And it was hilarious. And I wasn't like that mad, but the kids were like, "What's this?" And so I called the Chinese place. I'm like, "Hey, you might want to check your fortune cookies." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "They're the dirty fortune cookies. I think you got the wrong ones." And they were like, "No, they're not." I'm like, "Open one." And I hear the girl put the phone down, and then I hear her from the distance go, "Oh shit!" And she was like, "I'm so sorry." And I was like, "No, it's fine." And she was like, "Oh God," she goes, "I just opened that box, but we've sent out like 6 orders." And just somebody had sent them the wrong box. It's the same company, but they sent them like the wrong box, and they had like
oh my God,
very vulgar stuff in them.
That is so. But I wish that happened to us. The last time that we got fortune cookies.
I always take a picture.
Mine didn't have a fortune. And I was like,
it's
well,
like
that's really
your life is about to
foretelling
end.
about what's going to happen.
I did a whole series on Twitter that actually did really good back when I used to tweet a lot. I got a lot of likes where I just was mocking the jokes on popsicle sticks because they're so terrible.
Oh, yeah, those are the best.
And I would just do little clips making fun of the jokes on popsicle sticks.
That's good.
That's pretty dope.
That's good. Do you remember? Did you ever watch The Twilight Zone? And there was this one. I think it was in the movie, and there was like
I can't stand The Twilight Zone.
There was like a racist guy that like didn't like Asian people, and he was so hungry, and he was like lost in Chinatown. And then when he had, he didn't want to eat at a Chinese restaurant, but he was
he
just
ate an
starving.
Asian person.
No, so what happened was like when he got there, like something happened. He was in the Twilight Zone where like he just kept eating. And they just kept giving him food, right? And then he was like so full already. Mm-hmm. And then he was like eating a fortune cookie, and every time he would open one, it would say like even worse shit, like "you're gonna die," like "you racist fuck."
No.
And that was it. That was the movie, and he fucking died doing that.
Wow,
that's what I think of when I think of fortune cookies.
Wow.
Slicey is looking at me like, bro.
I know.
What the
I don't like the Twilight Zone because of stuff like that. Every at the end of every Twilight Zone story, I was like, eh.
I can see that. I can see that.
Robotic third thumb that can be controlled wirelessly by the user's big toes. In just a few minutes, people can learn to grasp objects, and after a few days, it starts to feel just like it's a part of their body, and it can be used in amazing ways that are completely different to how humans normally use their hands. This was looking at what it's like to have extra body parts, so which extra body parts do you think would be really good to have?
Extra dick.
As a woman.
What would you get, Slicey? An extra body part?
I think like a whole extra arm.
Yeah. You just have like 6 arms. That'd be sick. But what's weird is like this thing, you control it with your foot, bro. Yeah. Like extra thumb. But that was weird. He was like,
I know.
I saw like a longer video about the actual thing. I didn't see that clip with the guy asking what parts you want. But.
Yeah, it's like what part? I'm like extra. As soon as it's extra,
that's what everybody's gonna say. That's like I thought about like my $1 million idea was to make men's underwear that has cup sizes.
That's so.
If you have an even appreciably decent sized dick and you're skinny, it's uncomfortable. Everything's all squished because they size the entire underwear
according to the
size. It's all just scaled. Mm-hmm. So make a cup size, and with the brilliance of it is you'd only need to make the large and extra large because nobody would ever order the extra small or small cup size.
It's true.
So you would only have to make
the average size.
Say you offered 6 sizes. You don't have to make 2.
That's
Yeah, it's true.
Because no dude is going to go on, even online, and anonymously order
Get an XL.
32 extra small.
That would be so funny.
Nobody's
Underwear.com, sponsors of this podcast, get on that. Just kidding. I wish, but this is the last clip here, my friend. You've made it through. I don't know what this is. Let's see.
Hello and welcome back to What the Fuck Comic, the show where we discuss all plot lines and characters and ask the.
This is actually for Patreon.
Oh, is this for Patreon?
Yeah, this is for Patreon. Yeah, man. Fucking, you did it, bro. You did it, dude. We made it through.
Yay!
I hope you had a good time.
Thank pleasure as always.
Thank you for doing it. Like, I know you thought it was a live show. Like, you know.
Yeah, I told people to come and watch.
Oh my god.
No.
I didn't understand. And then you went live last night and I got the notification. I was like, oh shit, am I supposed to be
tonight?
Am I supposed to be on that?
I go live Monday and then I record on Tuesday because the big episodes are usually the ones with a guest and it's usually for a Friday morning release.
Yeah, but I mean, if you ever want to come onto the live,
come on
Monday,
anytime that you want. Bro.
Literally, you could just type down open it up.
I did like you were testing a new thing or something. I know, Levon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one, and it was great. Like people thought it was funny. We played Are You Garbage? I have the cards now, dude.
Yeah.
I have.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
The actual cards that like has the questions on it. Like
that came up on that came up on my Discord live last night. I said I was doing this because I usually am on Discord live right now, but I did it last night instead to do this.
Oh,
and then it came. I said I was doing this, and somebody said they watched my "Are You Garbage?"
Yeah,
and they were laughing about. They were like, "You were 100% garbage until Airplane."
Yeah, that thing took you over the top because no one that's ever been on EDCC is like, yeah, we would ride the plane to go get $100 burgers at this McDonald's on an airfield. I'm like, that's rich people talk.
Yeah,
that's rich people talk, dude.
No, it wasn't like and I mean, he used it for. No, I guess he didn't use it for work. He used the rental planes for work. He didn't use his own plane, but it wasn't. They died. They left me with nothing, so I had to pay money.
Maybe if you didn't have $100 fucking hamburgers,
my father was a wonderful man. Terrible.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, thank you for doing this, man. It was fucking fun. It's always fun every time you're on, and it's a huge favor to me. You know, everyone follow Slicey Dicey on YouTube, on Instagram.
Great questions from viewers and stuff too. It's very good.
Yeah, dude, we had more. Like, I wish I had more time to do it, but you know, you'll definitely be back on again. And yeah, everyone follow Slicey. Bruise and Blades is on Sunday.
Sundays at 8.
Yep. Sundays at 8. Check that out. But thank you so much, bud. This is your boy in the NYC and your gal, Kelly and Ray, saying peace and good night.
Yo, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell icon so we can squad up in the comments.